most profound shift in the human condition, shaping society as we see it today, can be located at the closure of familiar pastures green, making way for industrial urban sprawl and towards a modern way of life. But, as life changed, new possibilities emerged, promised futures failed to come. The irony of it all is as people move closer to each other in overburdened metropolis, where it is near impossible to move without detection from digital eyes, we have never been so lonely. People seek comfort in a myriad of ways. It is often the case that we demonstrate tendencies of reverting to our animalistic instincts, seeking safety in numbers by following the pack. Choose a job, choose a career, choose your family, choose life. Life can often feel like we're standing at a busy crossroads, but we know by now that we live within an illusion of choice. People much prefer comfort in the conformity of cruise control, being led whatever which way we get told to go. You need this car, you need leisure wear and matching luggage, you need a fucking big television. You need life. Within the chaotic accident of existence, we truly have evolved towards modern efficiency. This has come at a rate of progress from which one can only be excited for more of the same. The human desire for wealth seems to guide much of this modern world we inhabit. We have built great monoliths to lay prayer and offer ourselves to these greater gods of this religion. Such sites are routinely visited at least 5 times a week, sometimes 6, and even 7 for our most devout of congregates. The uniform is worn, and some individuals bear gifts shrouded in mystery and sophistication. It seems that this ritualistic consecration works. Centres of economic faith bleed wealth in density correlated to geography. Those visiting most frequently bathe in prosperity, whilst the further away we go, the trickling stream dries up almost completely. To study these sites reveals pilgrims of another sort, yet those who do not seem guided in pursuit of capital alone. These visitors demonstrate patterns of behaviour that foreground new maps of meaning entirely. Here, such relics are also visited and prayed to, but in ways that are more performative, rhythmic, dare I say paganistic, as to offer one's devotion to the gods in entirety for all to see. What's more, new temples, monasteries and sites of worship are constructed to cater specifically to these new needs. New architectural forms emerge that can have only been guided by the gods themselves. They inhibit and enable a transfer of energy as to speak in tongue and perform a most holy of ritual, communicating to the old gods and the new, whilst manifesting those that we never thought existed.
Are you okay?
raises interesting inquiries when unpacking the presumptions of human condition in this modern life. It is here that groups diverge, taking shape to differing patterns of use and exchange. New worlds are forged, giving rise to some of the most unmodern ways of being. But it would be a brutal simplification to present these groups as the antithesis of each other. They seem to share more in common than each would hope to think. We all live in the game of life, yet rules are there to be broken, or at least bent in certain ways that give space to find new ways to play. And play we do! Driven by joy and community, these are best considered not as ends in themselves, but part of the journey at which it then becomes possible to lose interest in our final destination entirely. Beginning to emerge. The human condition seems so obsessed on false pretenses of being modern that we inscribe socially constructed behaviours on almost all of society. We eat certain foods, sleep at the right times, and work as much as possible to name but a few rules to the game that begin to become hard to cheat. A perceived linearity of time has one thinking that this has always been the case, but we need not reminding that history began in 1989, and all what comes before does not matter anymore unless we begin to study the anomalies of life more focused on a certain past, living in the present, and a future that stretches out in all directions, not just one. It would be foolish then to accept the modern as a matter of fact. Examining the human condition in this ballet of life, one has to pay attention to the conditions in which humans live. Choosing life indicates choice that in turn signifies a plurality of life in itself. Whereas this captures a multiplicity of lives that we exhibit, hybridity better describes how these lives are composed and sustained for entangled elements that compose the conditions in which humanity exists. Each side to this coin may argue to be some form of resistance to the other. Yet, unmistakable similarities in behaviours demonstrate an inert centripetalism of the human condition, and perhaps more importantly, the firm stranglehold of modern life that grasps on us all, even if we try to choose it or not.